This is the brand new 2021 Kia Seltos Turbo S all-wheel drive with the white body and black roof color scheme. And this is one of the hottest and most widely affordable additions to the hotly competitive segment that is known as the compact SUV. And I bought one. And prior to its release in the North American market, the Kia Seltos has already been widely available in the Asian market, mainly in India. And it's one of the top selling compact SUVs in that country. And this video is going to be a comprehensive review after 6 months ownership of this vehicle. I'm going to go into some quirks and features of this brand new Kia Seltos. With that being said, I think you guys have had enough of my Doug DeMuro impressions. Now let's go into the actual review. Let's keep it casual, guys. So when we first started looking for our compact SUV, mid-2020, we looked at your standard CR-V, your Toyota RAV4, and all these SUVs kind of had similar features, and also they were a little bit more expensive for our price point. But when the Kia Seltos came out, we really liked where its price point was, but also more importantly, we liked the look of it as well.
And as we take a look at the exterior of the Kia Seltos, notice the front fascia. It might look familiar to some other particular luxury vehicle that is out there. Yes, if you've never seen this car before, you might have thought it was the Range Rover Evoque in disguise. But this really speaks to the attention to design and detail the Kia team really put into making this car look and feel more upper class and stand out from the rest of the competition.
And now we're going to go take a look at the second row with dog in. As you can see, this is a very practical family car. Plenty of space to put your pets or your kids. But come on in, let's take a look. So there's a lot of room, but we're going to go into more of how this car sits. Now, for the rear end of the Kia Cetos, we really like how Kia did their designs for this car. As you can see, really looks high-end. We like this bar that goes across the rear lights here. But one thing, I'm not a fan of are these fake vents. I know a lot of cars these days are putting in fake vents, and you do see the exhaust pipe do come out from the bottom, but really, this thing is just, the fake vents are a little bit tacky to me. But overall, this car looks high end, and it looks like you're getting more than what you're paying for it. Now, for the trunk space of the Kia Seltos, I do not know the exact dimensions of the trunk, but this is how the trunk looks like. As you can see, I do have this net that they provide.
He's peeking over.
So Kia gives you a lot of trunk space. with the Kia Seltos, and as you can see, you can lift up this panel and you have a spare tire. You know, a lot of car trends these days, they don't provide you with a spare tire. They provide you with like a patch up package, but you know, you get a spare tire with the Kia Seltos. Now, when you lift the panel, as you can see, there's additional storage space, but also you can put this panel up and make the trunk floor flush. Yeah, as you can see, you know, they also gave us this mat, but we really like it. It's much more useful than my previous car. I have a Jeep Wrangler JL, and it's a two-door, but this is definitely more practical than that car. All right, now let's go into some of the driving dynamics of the Kia Seltos. So this car has your standard Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you know, as you can see, there is some gloss black, and you know, that's one of the a little bit of the negative of the internal features. But once you peer here, you know, take a look at the dash. You know, it's very intuitive dash, and it's very nice. The quality, other than some of the gloss black and some of the hard plastic, is very good. You know, as you can see, you know, with the turbo engine, you know, there have to be some costs that are cut on the interior of the car. You also got USB ports here. You can charge your phone, and oh yeah, and the speakers. Take a look at these speakers. These are not the premium speakers. They do come with the SX package, but they do have this cool design here. Here it has you know, not a rugged kind of surface to the speakers. Really cool. Overall, really good. I want to go over a little bit about this key, and so Kia made a new key for the Kia Seltos, but it has some of the design languages of its older keys, mainly the Kia Stinger. So it's got that, you know, lighter design with the, you know, buttons on the side. But this is a completely different key than the Kia Stinger. So it flips out like that, and it's got really good quality feel, and it's nice. So let's get started, and we'll go for a drive. So with that being said, I do want to say something about the transmission. This is not the smoothest of cars to drive. With the turbo engine, I don't know if it's something with the dual clutch transmission of the, you know, of the Kia Seltos, but you know, when you first get started, the transmission, when the car shifts initially, it stutters, and it kind of like, it doesn't really know what it's doing initially. And we find this frequently while we're at a stop or something, we have to get going again. You know, you sort of push on the accelerator, and the car doesn't know where to engage, and it's kind of like, it kind of like stutters like that. So that's one thing I do want to mention with this car about the transmission. Alright, so we'll keep going with the driving dynamic here. So with the Kia Seltos, this model, the Turbo S, it comes standard the all-wheel drive feature. Now the all-wheel drive feature is amazing. It puts all the power down. That's why, you know, when you accelerate, well, that's where the acceleration really comes from. And, you know, yeah, stop here. We're just going to accelerate. And, you know, the moment you put your foot down, the power is there. And acceleration is wonderful. And with that, with all-wheel drive and everything, the handling of this car is also exceptional. You know, pulling around corners with ease. Oh, sorry, baby. And you can pull around corners with ease. I believe it's one of the best handling subcompact SUVs you can get out there. And we'll do one more turn here. As you can see, we easily manage that. So we've had this car for about 6 months now, and we've had over 8,300 miles on the odometer, and there hasn't been any real issues with this car, except for when, you know, one of our tires got a nail put through it, but we just had to change the tire. There was nothing wrong with the car. This car has been very reliable. The cabin also, you know, it's not as quiet as some of the other SUVs that we've test driven, but overall it is, you know, definitely quieter than my Jeep Wrangler, which I had a soft top, so you can imagine how loud, how noisy that is. So we're gonna stop here and we're gonna do a pull and see how it accelerates. And the acceleration is good. It is a very preppy little vehicle.
In conclusion, we are very satisfied with our purchase of the Kia Seltos. Having only spent somewhere in the mid 20,000 range, we were able to get a lot out of this car. With the turbo engine and the very available amount of space and utility in the vehicle, you really get more than what you pay for. So we are very happy with our purchase.